Hello everyone and welcome back to Banished, the Mountain Men Challenge Radio with you here, and I am looking at our northern village area to see what we can do about adding some more homes, because I have certainly decided this needs to fill out. We have been looking at, we brought in some food, and we have of course our mine and our quarry, but we don't have the people living where they need to be, and to combat that we're going to start looking at putting in some more houses. I'm not sure if I don't have an exact plan just yet, but I do know that this has got a good area. If we go in here, we've got room for a few things. We've got room for a few things in here. I think we're all set with food production as far as in this particular area. We're at 22,500. Let's get the game rolling and let them continue to do the things they were doing before I started talking. I'm also going to zoom out. Actually, let's go here. No, X key, and then I'm just going to go straight up here. And I am going to set my camera, and that's going to be in here. This is going to be the number 3, which is the C key. So now I can quickly get to this area, and you can hear all that tinging and banging and whatnot. I don't know, I like the ambient sounds. Sometimes I wish you could turn certain ones down, like the chickens. I don't even use chickens anymore, not only because the food yield isn't that big a deal, and they really don't have any advantages, but also they're so damn annoying that I just can't stand listening to them. So, okay, so let's go ahead and actually let's get this Brett going. Let's build this house. We've got a couple builders. We've got plenty of fishermen. We've got a lot of everything going on. I'm wondering if I should start bringing up my miners. I think I'm going to wait until I start building these homes. This is definitely going to be something we're going to need to do. Our medicine is coming up, and everything's just looking pretty good. Again, I just don't want to jinx it, but we are, I think, what, 6 years away before we hit our first challenge, which is actually the Mountain Men Challenge, and then we're going to be attempting to continue on forward and finish the Isolationist Challenge as well. But in the meantime, let's see what happens when they build this. Let's see how quickly we get people moving in. Hopefully very quick, because we want our population to grow. We did right away get a couple of people, so that means we're going to go ahead and build this one as well. And with any luck, before long, what will happen is all the people who need to work in these 2 areas, and well, actually these 3 areas, will start to move and live. Well, they don't change where they live, they just change jobs. But hopefully they will change their jobs so they are in fact working closer to where they live, because we've got some people that were living back here and working all the way out there, and that's just not what we want. I've also come to a decision. I was looking at some things like our stockpiles. We have stockpiles everywhere, and like this one is full, and the majority of it is logs. I think we're going to need another woodcutter. I think I've mentioned that before, just to kind of use some of the logs we have accrued. I'm not going to be upping this anymore. There's simply no need. We unless we have, okay, more people, good, another house. Unless we have just so many more homes to heat, but I can't see that being the case. I mean, we're running strong. We've got over 120 people. We're getting close to halfway to the Isolationist Challenge in terms of population, and we still haven't even touched, if I can go down here-ish, we still haven't even touched this entire area in here or over here. So I think we're going to be okay. We've got a great supply of everything on hand. So getting back to this, we're going to build this one, and then once I do this, we're going to take another look and see where we should at least put some houses. We don't necessarily have to put them in right away, but it'll kind of give us a bit of an idea. So we're almost there. Come on, come on. And okay, so nobody's moving in just yet, and oh no, right away we got 2 more people. This is good news. We need to let these kind of breathe for a minute so they will adjust to their jobs, but in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and go over here, and I'm going to unpause one of these, and we're going to build this house and see, again, if we continue to get people to move in right away, that's a good thing. That's a good thing, good sign. Sometimes I do that. I'll try to say 2 words at the same time, but it's a good thing because that means our population is going to continue to grow. And obviously that's something we're after. And again, look at that, we're very lucky. A stonecutter has died of old age as opposed to dropping a rock on their head. That has been a problem with our educated stonecutters, believe it or not. They are just constantly dropping rocks. I'm thinking this is the culprit right here. They're working underneath of it, and it's just, it's not agreeing with them in the least. So let's see what we get here. Let's see if we get a couple of people that are going to move in quickly. Just a miner and a child, but it is something. I want to keep a look at my food. Now, I know we have an amazingly high surplus. We have, 23,000. Matter of fact, let's check our food limit is at 25. What is this producing? Yeah, this is producing, this season alone, we've got over 1,800 fish. I knew that was going to be a big producer, so. And what did I say? Stonecutter was crushed by a rock. I probably watched it happen and didn't even see it. Boy, oh boy, I'll tell you. At any rate, I'm just making sure we have plenty of surplus, because as you build, that has always been my #1 problem. If you build too many houses too quickly, you can end up with starvation issues. You really, really can. So we're going to build this, and I think once we do that, I know I had another woodcutter down here. I don't know if they're necessary. I just like the way the building looks. I went over that madness as well. And was I able to not build houses over here? I don't know if I even looked. We can actually even get a few houses in here if we wanted to. Well, maybe 1 or 2, but we might just do that just because it might look nice, and also it will be someplace else to stow away people. We need to put people in homes to be able to get to where we need. And we've got 25 students, so the 2 schools are doing well. See if I go here and straight down. Yeah, so we've got, what, 5 students here? Well, 6 students there. Wonderful. And then this school is full, so that's good news. So this is turning into a bit more of a villagey area like this. This is kind of like an outskirts. This is almost like the the blue-collar side of town over here with the mine and the quarry and whatnot. So, yeah, so we only have 1 male miner working back here. So I'm going to leave the building alone for now. But I do want to plan a couple of homes. And you know what we're also going to do? Let's take a look at our city buildings and see if there's anything else we want to put in. We could probably use a well. Probably use a well out here. So you know what? Let's go ahead and put one in. Let's take a rotation here and see. I think we can sneak one in right here. And because this is going to be space that we can't really use for anything anyway, yeah, why not? Right about there. Let's put the well in there. That takes up a little stone, but that's okay. We've got a decent amount of stone going on there. And we don't have one here, but I think we'll be okay. We do have one in the middle of town. And these are all close enough to the water. I don't think that we're going to have to worry about that. But yeah, this is kind of the blue area, the blue-collar area of town, so we don't need another school just yet. If we did, could I fit one in here? Not there. There I could. And that's not a bad spot for one, but I can also get a couple of houses in there. So I'm going to hold off. We don't need a hospital. How big are they? They're a little sizable. See, I would like to have one just because, #1, I like the way they look. #2, look at that. We took a huge dip in our medicine. I don't know if people are getting ill because we're producing. That's not a ton, but we're producing herbs, so maybe a hospital could be in order, but they're so big. Town Hall is huge. I'm not going to worry about Town Hall. I mean, we could tuck it in here, but really all it's going to do is give us nomads, which helps, but it gives us a great deal of information about the game, which can be very helpful, but I don't think we need it. I think we're okay without it. It just will not tuck in here. I was hoping we might be able to kind of sneak it in this area, but it's just not going to happen. A chapel wouldn't be bad, and chapels are small enough. Can I get that in there? Can't fit the church. Nope, can't get it in there. So, and then, of course, we could put down a cemetery, which, you know, I guess would be nice. It helps with happiness is all that really does. But our people are happy. So I'm not going to worry about pretty much the city buildings. I guess are kind of set right now. Let's see, we don't have any pairings going on just yet. They'll happen eventually. They had a child. That's good. Well, wasn't even looking down here. It tells you. Wasn't even paying attention. We do have children being born. We do have our number going up and up. I guess it's a question of, do I want to worry about another school? We have room for 40 students. If we have room for 40 students now, and we only have a cap, or we're only getting about 25, 26 at times, and we're halfway to our goal, I'm guessing we may need one more school. I'll tell you what, let's do a pause, and that'll get that racket, an infernal racket out of our ears. Let's take a school. If I can find the school again, it's the one with the book, you dummy. I need a school. So if we put the school here, and let's see where we can fit some houses. Let's see what's going to fit nicely and look nice. I mean, because one of the other things that unfortunately I tend to do when I have these sorts of work areas, I have buildings along, there's just a row of buildings, and to me that's very unsightly. I realize this is not going to be as nice as I want it to be, especially in this area with the limitations of size and all that sort of thing. And we're trying to cram the area with citizens because we're trying to achieve goals, and I have to keep that in mind. But throughout, I just can't help myself. I want the place to look decent. So this would be another row of 4 houses, which kind of stinks, but, you know, what can you do? We could actually tuck a house right back there, which why not? Let's put one there. And can I get one? Just trying to see where we can get in next to this school. We can get this close to this school. And these are just, again, we're just doing this to see what'll fit and what won't fit. We could get, that doesn't look too bad. We get 3 next to the schoolhouse. And we could even back one up there. Might as well just put these in a row then, though. So let's, if we go here, and I got room for, I have room. Boy, my English teacher's rolling on her grave. I have room for a house there. And can I get a brick in? Nope. But I can get kind of an off-center dealie here, so let's do it. So that gives us 1, 2, 3, 7 more houses, plus this, or this one right here we've already paused, so that holds a decent amount of people. Now, let's pause these, because this may even be too much. Oh, that's the school. Too much for the area. Let's go ahead and let the game run again, because we have one barn. We only have one barn. Of course, they're not using much of it right now. It's only at 20% or so, and we're pumping out a lot of food, which seems to be going, well, it's going someplace. It's not staying in the barn very long. I noticed that. Picks up, and then, yeah, it disappears. I'm guessing it's going to the center of town. Probably to the market would be my guess. We have a lot of fish in that market. We have a lot of everything in that market. It's only half full, too. Not bad. Looking over here, Gatherer's Hut. Yeah, we even have room for a decent amount of homes and things over here. Boy, we've got space. And we've got food. I'm wondering if I should do a barn and a few houses over here. Just run that road straight through. That's not a bad idea. Let's take a look back at that in just a second. Because up here, we're done doing what we can do. This little area produces enough. We've got a decent amount of leather, decent amount of venison, and a boatload of people. Holy cow, look at that. We got a bunch of people living in that house. So I guess that's good. And we're obviously capped on our logs. And we got some old people. Okay, so we got some people getting ready to kick off. You know what? Let's go back in and let us grab our tool here. See where people are working. They're working nice and close. That's not too bad. That's not god-awful. I just want to see, yep, okay, so people are starting to kind of live or work closer to where they live. But you can still see we have some big jumps. So soon, okay, they're paired up. They have a kid going along. Well, oh, up here is what I was wondering. Yeah, I kind of want to build another house, but this is where the town hall would come in handy, because it tells you the amount of families you have versus the amount of homes. And that would be useful information, but that's not where we are right now. These are, yeah, older people. Yeah, somebody, Beth the herbalist, died of old age. So we're just going to have to kind of let this roll. We're kind of where we need to be. I am going to take a look. You know what? Let's do a pause. Why not? Let's take a look at throwing in that road, the barn, and the house. Can I get right? Yeah, I can get straight through there. If I were to put this right through. Because what comes out the farthest? I think it's the hunting cabin, which I'm not going to worry too much about, because, you know, if we encroach a little bit on their area, it's okay. We still have 23,000 spare food. And did we have room for another? I mean, I think we can get another dock right there. Let's take a look at that, too. Fish. Spin that the right way. And I almost can. That's not a great one. What about back here? That's not too bad. I just want to see if there's another good area, because we have 2 great fishing docks here and here, and then we've got the third one there. You know, I look for these bends, obviously. I mean, we all know what we're looking for, I think, when it comes to a fishing dock. You want to try to have it stick out as much as you can, because the more it protrudes into the water, the more fishing area you have. And like that right there, that's pretty decent, believe it or not. So let's... Well, you know what? We're not going in this area, though. We're going back over here, so let's not put that there. Let's take a look back over here. This, unfortunately, is not... Oh, there we go. I didn't even think of that. Well, what do you know? Alright, let's put that there. Let's pause that. Hopefully they won't get too sick of fish. We're going to need bridges anyway, here and here, just to kind of be able to get people to move, because eventually I believe we're going to have to fill this area. And we could probably put... What other food production could we do? Maybe a hunter over here, or a gatherer. Actually, probably Gatherer's Hut. it eats up most of the area, and a lot of it is in the mountains, but I just want to make sure we have enough food that when we start moving people over here, they put it in the barns where it's necessary. So let's go over here. Where was I? Yes, we're going to do a bridge, and there's not usually a good way. See, when you do the bridge, it's showing you can build the bridge, the green tile, and that kind of throws you, because if you do a regular road, it shows you right there you can't do it. So I have to line it up here. So that's what I'm going to do. So that's, and then from here, boom. Okay, so let's remove roads. Didn't click it again. I have more and more trouble with that. Alright, so there we go. So there's our bridge. And from there, let's pin... Yeah, the gatherers have the ones that comes... Or the hunters... I'm sorry, the hunter's cabin is one that comes close enough. So let's pin this. Get that out of the way. And we can kind of see... You know what? If we can get a barn... Let's see where we can put a barn. Because I don't think we're going to get one on this side. Oh, we sure can. Wow, look at that. I mean, it's not the greatest spot in the world, but... Trying to see what's closer. I mean, if I got that right down there, we could do a stone road right over that bridge. They could run just right back and forth, which is good. Or I could go right here. Yeah, this kind of makes more sense, huh? Alright, so there's a barn. We're going to put a barn there. Boy, I wasn't planning on moving this many people around here, but I think we're going to anyway. If I rotate that and get the road going. I could do a brick right here. I'm trying to think... Now I am trying to think a little bit of aesthetics, because I want it to look nice over here. And I could also get... Let's see if we do a house here and here. Move this. Yeah, we can do a nice brick right there. And like I said, for whatever reason, I like these little groups of 4. So let's go to the remove road tool, and let's take that back to there. We can always wrap that up if we want to. They make that kind of look nice. But mainly right now, I'm kind of liking this road. Well, let's pause all these before, lest we build these houses on accident. And, oh, we had some people dying over here. Was it another? Oh, it was an old age. Okay. We still have, man, plenty of laborers. Okay, so we'll have them building this road. We'll have them building this bridge. I know I said in one of the previous episodes, as we go back over here, that I want to finish one area at a time. But now that I have this sort of planned, I'm not worried about it too much. I want to kind of work on planning this area a little bit. And as I also said, I don't want to plan everything entirely. Sometimes I do, but not all the time. What happens if we run this road straight across? Let's just take a look and see what that would look like. It's going to go right here. Oh, you can only go so far because of all the bumps and hills. Okay. I mean, we could do one of these, and we might have to do something like that, just so people can get to and from. But you know what? Let's not worry about that just yet. Let's have them build our bridge and our roads. Let's get the game going again. So we're doing something. So we're accomplishing some actual building. Because I'm excited, because I'll tell you, 4 more short years, barring any kind of a major disaster that comes rip-roaring through, we might be okay. Mountain Men Challenge might be a piece of cake, which I'm very excited about, because as I mentioned before, the last time I tried this, it was a very half-assed attempt, and it went really south really fast. And I don't think I like where this house is. I might kick those people out and move that house. I'm starting to get petty, I know it, but, you know, it's something to do while we're kind of waiting for our achievements and more people to procreate. We got 3 more laborers, which is wonderful. I'm not unhappy about any of this. We're hitting the cap on everything we need. We're just running smooth. We really, really are. I keep talking about this area back over here, too. And how many houses can I get in there? I think I might be able to get maybe 2 back-to-back. We can definitely get probably maybe a half a brick or 3/4 of a brick of houses. I don't know why I call it that. It's very strange, but I really like the way it looks. This, not so much. This pack of 6, I don't know why. I just like these little bricks of 4 houses. Oh, well, not that you care so much, but, well, we got to talk about something while I'm making this video. Let's talk about getting a road right there as well. And I guess we'll bring it out. Let's at least do that. And then we'll see where we end up. I think I am going to move this house because it's just irking me now. And also, we have 2 of the same house next to each other, which I usually don't like. So let's remove a structure. We can put them right back. It's not a big deal. The woodcutter now, unfortunately, is homeless, or soon to be homeless. But they'll be okay. Oh, boy. And I had this random house over here. And I'm sure that lines up against this road. I quite don't remember because we put it down so long ago, but that's okay. Our road is all done through here, and we've got plenty of stone. You know what? I think I'm going to make most of this a stone road as well, because it will help speed up their travel time. So let's get at least a stone road to there. And I'm going to do this little area here. There we go. And that'll help. And I'll hit this button here because this one, there we go, because I like to be straight north-south. I can't help myself. And how we doing? We're demolishing. And I'm wondering, we don't need stone roads through here just yet. That barn is super full, though. Yeah, we don't even need these resources just yet either. We're really being self-sufficient. And we couldn't get anything in here as far as housing. And that's okay. So, alright, so let's build a house right here. And let's spin this around. And we'll put it right down. Yeah. Now, let's play at the model and see what looks nice. I kind of like that. The house across the street I think might be the same, but I don't care. There we go. We're doing that one right there. And we hit our log, or our firewood limit. Okay, so that's good too. So we're going to have them build this house. And that way, I mean, the people weren't homeless because clearly they have found some place to live. Otherwise, there would be a little icon up here that lets us know that they're still homeless. Who knows where they've moved? They're probably staying with relatives, something like that. But we'll get this one built so people can move right back in. And then, yeah, I want to just, yeah, I knew that I couldn't do that. Yeah, that one square. What a bummer that is, because it would be really nice to just stick a house right there. But alas, we cannot. So, we could build a well just because it would look nice. Let's take a look at that and see what it will look like. I think, I mean, it's completely unnecessary. I'm doing this just because I think it's going to look nice sitting there, because we have this piece of property that we really can't do anything else with. So let's go ahead and we'll put a well in there. And we've got people, they're younger people, they're different people, but that's okay. We've got people living right next door again. It's lined up the way that I want it. And let's go back. Gotta try to hit these shortcut keys. How are we doing? These guys are still single, unfortunately. I don't know why that is. Probably just because there's a lack of spouses available. That's going to be my guess. But I do want to start building these up at some point, because I think it's necessary. And they're still running, yeah, they're still running the fish right out of the barn. We're going to have to stone road this too. We've got plenty. We've got plenty of stone. Let's get in here. See if we can do this. Like I said, sometimes this can be a touch tricky to match up. We're having pretty good luck with it though. Doesn't seem to be causing us much of a problem. And we'll go ahead and run that all the way out here. I think that was, yeah, okay. It wraps around the barn and does some funny things there, but let's go here, do that section. I guess we might as well finish this off. That's what we're going to do. We're going to finish off this area. Is that right? It's tricky to see sometimes. Nailed it. Okay, good. So we will, there we go. That's the one. Keep hitting the wrong buttons. We'll let them build this a little bit. We've got a ton of laborers. How do we have so many laborers but not a lot of spouses available right now? Huh. If we go down here, wondering if I should, you know what? We're going to build one down here. I don't know why. I'm going to test a small theory. It's not even a great theory, but just to see. We've got city services and living services and stuff like that very close to each other. And we're going to see if this picks up quicker than this up here, because there's only the one barn and we just have work up here. I don't know. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm just rambling at this point. But we'll see if it does anything for us. In the meantime, back over here, we didn't do anything. That's right. We could build this and raise our, yeah. You know what? We're going to do that. Let's build our fishing dock. We'll up this. We're going to build our barn. And we'll up this to 8. And then shortly thereafter, I will be building these houses, because we're going to start fishing over there. I want to up our food production. Did people move in? Yeah, look at that. So strange. You know what? Okay, then let's see what happens when we build this one. if they're going to continue to move in, I'm going to continue to build houses because we want to keep growing, and we just did. We just had another child. Jennifer was born. Boy, I hope that was a girl, I guess. I don't know. Does it matter? So here's our well. People are going and they're hanging out at the well. Look at that. Probably trying to throw money in there, or their siblings. I once convinced my brother he was adopted. I'm sure everybody's done that. You have too, right? But the mean things we do as children, throw our siblings in wells, convince them they're so adopted. To the point that my mother actually had to go find his birth certificate to prove to him that he wasn't adopted, and she couldn't find it. Had to order a new one. Can you imagine the havoc I wreaked on his life after that happened? I think he still has trauma. Married with children, he's still worried he's adopted. At any rate, come on, build this house already. My brother's gonna get one of this. He's gonna be pissed. Boy, this is going slow. I have enough builders. Come on, just get this thing done already. You know, I probably don't have builders living down here. That's probably why. Right away. Right away. Okay. Bam. Yeah, I think it has something to do with what is surrounded. This is a well-balanced area. We have food. We have storage. We have our woodcutting service. We have a school. Up here, we have a lot of things. I think that's why this area is healthy. Schools, tailors, blacksmiths. Up here, we have food, but that's really it. We have food and we have work, so maybe that's why these aren't doing quite as well. So that's kind of a drag because we need people to live up here because they need to live close to where they're working. Let's go back. Let's see. Let's go here and zip over. I should probably set this camera. Yeah, let's set this camera too because it's kind of far away. And let's bring this up to 16. 16 fishermen. Man, that's a lot of people fishing. What was I doing? Camera here, and that's going to be camera number 4, the V key. So here to there. Perfect. Okay, now, I think I'm going to run a road just because, number 1, I think it looks nice. Number 2, I want them to get straight down there just as quick as possible. As silly as that sounds. Yeah, do that. And that. And that seems to be where they're walking anyway for the most part, right? We're going to find out as soon as they build that road for us. And although I have 8 builders right now, they're laborers. That means we have a total of about 30 laborers right now. Let's also build one of these houses because I would like our fishermen to live fairly close. And in which case I can build a road that's going to kind of go straight up and down. And they'll probably cut over and then take it, but what have you. That's okay. So let's watch them walk. The fishermen, are they going to cut across here a little bit, or are they going to actually take the road? That always fascinates me, that their foot travel for some reason. Somebody take the damn fish over, will you? They're getting camera. Yeah, they're cutting across just a touch, but that's okay. It looks nice. Building a house up here, and if we get a couple of people that move in right away, which we did, and they're both fishermen, let's go ahead. We'll take a road, and we're going to run that road straight up. Even if they come out here, cut across, and come down, that's quite all right. We don't mind. Straighten it up, north-south, and I wonder how soon I should build other houses. Let's go back over here first. Everything down here is already done. They're already making kids in that house. Holy cow. All 3 of them. Good. That's wonderful. I'm going to look at another house down here. I might be able to get a brick. Not quite, but I can get... Oh, I can't fit in here. Did I do that on purpose, or was that a happy accident? Actually, it wasn't a happy accident, because that's not a good thing. I could do... If I did here... Let's pause the game. I could do off-center. And I don't think that looks terrible. So let's pause this. Let's pause this. I don't know. There's not really anything I can put in here. That is one thing. And again, I don't usually like mods. And I may look at mods eventually down the line. But something that might be neat is something that will just fill little areas. Now, I like these trees. But it would actually be lovely if we could get a mod where you can just put your own trees in there. Grow trees. Kind of like in SimCity, where you hit the button a few times. And in this particular area, trees will grow. So... but I'm going to go back over here, run the game again, and I'm going to build another house because I would like to have all 4 of my fishermen who work here living nearby, and if need be, this is a shorter distance, I think, to this camp than from here. We're going to find out. I'm also going to do... How are we doing on stone? Great. We're going to run a bridge. Stone bridge. Stone bridge. It's a stone walkway all the way over. That'll look nice. Give our builders something to do, our laborers something to do. And we'll see how fast that happens. Now, I know I haven't been fishing very long, but I'm curious. Yeah, they're already... This is going to be a pretty decent spot. It's not going to be quite as good, but it goes down a decent amount. It dips down far enough behind the dock that it's doing well. So, yeah, it's not going to do as well as our other ones, but that's okay. That's okay. And look at that. They're bringing stuff from here. You know what? I might have to throw a diagonal. I think they're coming down this way. They sure are. Look at that. Might have to pick a diagonal here soon. And that's okay. We'll work that out. Builders, laborers. Okay. Fishermen. This may change. You know what, folks? We're coming along. Let me zoom way out. We're spreading out. We are starting to spread out a little bit, which is fine. We kind of have a little village up here. We have our town center here. We got some living area here. And now we're starting to work this way. We might work south. All in all, we're on our way. That, however, is going to do it for this episode. In the meantime, do me a favor. Hit that like button if you like this video. Leave me a comment if you'd like to see more like it. And don't forget to visit the City Builder Collective, the link to which is in the description below. And let me know what you're thinking about this if you have any ideas for me. And we're going to keep moving forward in our next episode. But until then, we'll see you next time for another episode of Banished, the Mountain Men Challenge / Isolationist Challenge.